Welcome to Yugioh Fresh Off the Press community, where we analyze the current post trends and forecasts of the Yu-Gi-Oh markets, guys. Welcome in, guys. I really appreciate the support, everything that you guys have done, for me and this channel. You guys have been amazing. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, guys. Thank you so much. Also, like this video as it helps the algorithm find more people that can enjoy our Yu-Gi-Oh informative content, and also click the notification bell to stay tuned, with our latest and greatest informative fresh off the press videos, guys. Thank you so much. This content is not official financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. Don't forget, link in the description down below. We'll leave the link to our Twitter. You can come over, follow here. If you do have Twitter, I would appreciate that as well. So, guys, moving into today's episode is all about insane value in these cards, in my opinion. Some more than others. You never know when Konami is going to reprint certain cards and things of that nature. But, at least at the time of recording, let's start with Necro Valley from Duel Saga. I've seen the comments. Some people don't like this rarity, but other people do, right? And that's fine. Some people are gonna like certain ones, others not so much. That's all as well. But personally, on a personal note, I love this rarity. And if you see Necro Valley with this rarity, wow, that sun, it brights like, man, like the card is turned on or something. You know what I mean? I love this card. Of course, it has many different versions, but let's check the price first. Let's clean this up janitor style. You guys already know, 11 bucks a pop, not bad. This card, it was stretching over $20 not that long ago, but in this brand new year it's been dumping, but it's still a great card. Locks the graveyard, per se, and it is a very, very good card. And if you already play terraforming, it might be a good option going first to side in. That's what I do with my deck. So, great card, just over 10 bucks, not bad value. Of course, you have commons and super rares and OTs and other ultra rares and things of that nature, but this is the version, man, that I would keep in mind because it looks beautiful. Is that balance between rarity and also budget or price, guys. So moving on to Necro Face. I love this card. Works wonders with banished decks as well. If you don't need your normal summon and you're playing against cash and you can normal summon this, you get all your banished cards back, so it's broken, and then that gains the attack, as well. So look at that in the last 3 months, but more in the last month. The card was a $4 or $5 card, and let's see here, actually $4.38. Yeah, now it's reaching $6. And if we clean this up for you guys, look at that. There's 0% really. So the card is already $7.50, $8, almost reaching that $10 mark, guys, and only 2 pages, so not many listings left. Look at that, guys. Great card, great effect, super rare. And if you check here, it doesn't have that many other printings, guys. It has the secret rare, super expensive, and then you have commons, guys. So this holographic, that's why it keeps its price, because it's the only holographic one other than the secret, which usually is just out of most people's budgets. So this is a card, still $7.50. I could see this card easily at 15 bucks soon, so that would be a double up. So it's definitely something to keep in mind. Then we move on to Urgent Schedule, guys. Of course, I love this card. It's secret rare. I love these type of reprints from the legendary duelist seasons where you get, secret rarity upgrades for most of those cards. We might make, in the future might make episodes like just specifically focusing on Market Watch on these products. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, I love this card. Of course, it's deck or strategy specific, so not many people are going to play it, but this card used to be expensive when it only had an original printing. Now it has plenty of other printings. It has the rare and the first that original print, so that's 3, but that's not that many. So this card, look, the first that original print doesn't have that many printings, right? And you would be saying, well, I don't really need that card. Okay, but we have to have that mindset where we can make money off certain cards, guys. If you come here and clean this up, we do see, look at that, $1.45, $1.50. That's good. That's cheap, right? And this is a card that I could see at $5 one day. So that's a 3x of your money. If you get a playset right now, you put in $5, you get 15 back. Slap that in your binder or sell it, and that's good. That's good trade value. That's a 3x. So maybe right now you just put $5, but in the future you can get a $15 card that you really need. So that's the mentality, guys. Great card, secret rare, not that many printings, max rarity per se. You know, some people like first set original print and things of that nature, but I would really keep this card in mind. It's cheap, you know, and it's hard to get. It's gonna get harder and harder to get, and you know, under 100 listings. So I'll definitely, you know, snipe a few of these if I wouldn't have any copies, guys. So moving on to the same deal with Super Dreadnought, Rail Cannon, Juggernaut, Lieb, guys. Look at that, same deal. We do see the card was $2.50, went up to $5.50, and now it's back down to $2.50. So that's what we want to do. We want to be investing here. If you see this chart, you know, sell or trade up here and then rebuy back if we get another opportunity. If not, we already plus, so we would be good. You know what I mean? Card has a lot of listings at around $3.50, but there's a couple of copies, you know, one at $2.50, then there's a $3 card. It's a secret rare upgrade. Again, it's a beautiful card from Legendary Duel Season 2, one that I would definitely have if you can pick it up on a trade or snipe one or a couple of copies up. Great card to throw at the binder, just leave it there. This card used to be expensive as well, and then if trains come back, you already, you know, urgent schedule, Lieb, you know, if the deck or the strategy ever pops off again, as it does, you know, every couple of years, trains come back and take over, you know, a regional spot or something like that. You want to make sure you have these, a couple of copies, you know, to plus off that. Same with Orbital. You know, Orbital recently, I actually got my copies at around $5. I bought, I actually had 5, so it was wonderful. When I saw this upswing here, you know, I sold that around $20 a pop, so I did good with this card, guy. That was a 4x, man, 4 or 5x, give or take. I did wonderful with this card, you know, and I just saw it when it came out. I'm like, that's what I do, guys. Let me just a little bit of insight, throwing some knowledge at you guys. When this was the only printing, and this card was like $50, right? We had a secret rare max upgrade as a reprint, and it was $5. Then this came down to $20, 25, whatever. So it went down 50%. But I'm like, this card is gonna eventually catch up to this one, because it's max rarity. It looks beautiful. It's harder. It's gonna get harder to get. And I picked up 5 at $5. I put in $25 and made 100. It was beautiful. It was easy because I have that vision. You know what I mean? And that mentality. And that's what we have to have here, guys. That's what I'm trying to nurture you guys and just do what. This is what I do. You know what I mean? You can take that information for what it is. But you know, this card pump, you know, now it's got a rare reprint recently, so what it's gonna do is gonna dump. So from 25 back down to what, $10. When I see this card at $5 again, guess what Jay is gonna do? He's gonna snipe himself at least a playset. Why? Because I'm gonna put $15 again, then the rare is gonna get hard to get. This gets prominent once again, and then I could double or triple my money. That's where it's at, guys. Then we move on to Kurikara, Divine Carnage, guys. Shout out to a community member that highlighted, you know, many of these cards, you guys are pointing them out, and I really, really appreciate that. But there's so many of you, you know, it's hard to like pinpoint out who it was, but you can leave a comment down below if it was you, and I'll definitely like and comment your comment, ironically. So the price of this card, first that if we see here, it has been going down here. You know, the chart has it high in price. It hasn't really readjusted yet, but now it's a well, okay, there's just one copy actually, so it is an $18 card. Here it's saying that it is okay. The chart is looking great actually. So 18, 19 bucks, of course. This card has potential, level 1 fairy, broken effect. And it's been up there over 20. So the card, you know, it retraced a little bit recently. So again, if this is a card that you feel like you want to play, only printing, of course, Konami will probably reprint this, you know, who knows when, right? So card looks beautiful. It has a Starlight Rare as well, I believe so. So if you need the card, it's definitely, you know, a card that I would keep in mind, because, you know, it might be value in the sense where you can have it now before it pumps, you know, and people catch onto it. So definitely just wanted to put that, you know, on your radar. Also, another shout out from the same community member. He highlighted that buyout, guys. Look at that Karakuri Ninja, super rare from Star Strike Blast. It's like impossible to get this card nowadays. So again, there's only a playset left in the market. You know, he mentioned there's a strategy, or if Ninjas is trying to use it or something, you know, so shout out to him. Also leave a comment down below as well, you know, if you know what this is referring to. But yeah, man, you know, these cards like these, again, really, if you need them, get them. If you don't, then wait until the supply comes back, if it does. But I wanted to highlight that card. Then we have Gigantic Champion Sargus, guys. Secret rare from Photon Hypernova. Again, guys, it was a $4 to $5 card. It already doubled up. This is a card, you know, that people need access to. Great effect, XCs, you know what I mean? Barriers hits it, but again, it's a great card. Only 59 listings left, and if we clean this up, it'll probably less. Look at that, 50, you guys already know the rule. If it starts going under 50, then the demand is there. Of course, there's a high supply right now, 178 listings by this seller, so that is a lot, around 11-12 bucks. But again, you know, a card like this, I don't believe I have it yet, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna snipe one. I'm gonna try and snatch one off the market, slap it in the binder and leave it there, because you never know, man. After these couple of walls leave, and if the demand, you know, keeps going on up per se, then this could double up and be a $20 card. You know what I mean? So we just want to be ahead of the game. I wanted to make sure that I mentioned, you know, the possible value with this card. Then obviously Appaloosa guys, this was the card of the moment today. If you haven't checked out that short, you can definitely take a look at that, you know, in our channel. We just posted it recently. This card is good. It's so broken, and negates monster effects, you know what I mean, link 4, and it doesn't have as many listings. Of course, it came out recently in Mama, as you can see here, which we will be reviewing this set, I believe, our next episode, if not sure by this week, so stay tuned for that. Great reprint, alternate art, love this card. But I just focus on the Megaton because it looks more like the original print, you know, and it's a great card. You know, this one is about almost $8. Excuse me for that, guys. And then the reprint, we're gonna go over that in our next episode. But great, I mean, you have the budget option here, right? But great card. Only 3 printings other than the Starlight, I believe. So again, guys, look at that, not that many listings, and the card is very, very good. So again, what I want to highlight today, if you don't have your copy, make sure you at least get your playable copy, and then you could go budget to actually invest in, which we will be reviewing soon, so stay tuned. Then we have Called by the Grave, guys, the one of, again, it has rares, ultras, supers, a bunch of rarities, actually, even commons. But you know, right now I would focus on the max rarity. You know, if you don't have a copy of Called by the Grave, this is the one that I would be going for. You know, I believe there's great value here. It's just a one of, but again, if this card doesn't get banned, I see it going to at least $15. If more demand comes up, you know, as meta relevancy takes over and things of that nature. So definitely a card that I would keep in mind. I would get mine to play, and then maybe a couple of extras if possible to just have in the binder just in case. But again, if that's too much, then you have the budget options as well. Great investment choices with you know, maybe the super rare or the ultra rare as well. So just a great card overall. It's just a one of, but definitely a card that has its demand. Then we have Evil Twin Kai Sickles. Man, I probably murdered that name, man. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's where you guys come in. You know, I'll take the heat for that. But yeah, comes in Battles of Legend Crystal Revenge, another set that we're going to be reviewing very soon, maybe this week as well. So stay tuned, guys. A lot of fresh off the press market watches coming your way. So this card, Secret Rare printing, again, it has the first original prints, I believe, from what set it was. Yeah, Genesis Impact, Ultra Rares. But that, man, that Secret Rare, that looks clean. The card looks bright if you see it, and that thing just shines. So again, look at that. We've had it was a $1 card, and now it's going on its way to $2 for most listings. As you can see, this is a playset for $1. That's not bad. If you don't have your copies, you might want to snipe this. But again, it's a card that I would definitely keep my eye out. Pot of Extravagance, guys, from the 2020 tins. This is straight up value. You know, I can't believe this card is still just $8. The card used to be over $20, you know, all day, every day, when it had little printings. Now, of course, it has a couple of other printings, you know what I mean? It has, you know, ultra rare, gold, common, original print. But the prismatic secrets, man, I don't know if you got, I mean, I run 3 in sub-tiers. That thing looks fly, man. I love every time I play it. I just get that feeling, that emotion. It's priceless, guys. So again, $8, maybe you don't need it, but even as an investment, not bad to get yourself a couple of copies. Love that pot card. Then it's Soul Day, or I Sold. You guys already know the deal. This card, this beautiful card, super rare reprint from Amazing Defenders. You know, I got another shout out with this card. I already had it for the market watch ready, but you know, that community member shouted out this one as well. Those 2 picks, I really appreciate that. You know, I really appreciate the information, you know, the feedback that you guys provide. We're gonna make sure we shout you guys out. So leave a comment below if it was you, and we go on from there. So guys, great reprint. Look at that. It was a 30-cent card, and now it's basically 2x and almost 3xing to $1. If you see, most listings are $1 a pop. So if you don't have this card yet, just get yourself a copy, or maybe even a place at $3. Again, guys, just keep it in your binder, and it's such a great reprint, because if you see, you know, honestly speaking, the card doesn't have a lot of reprints. You know what I mean? It does have a couple of ultra rare, well, now 2 super rares and an ultra rare. So it's a card that you want to get your hands on. You know, this one as well is nice because it's harder to get, but this one has less listings because not a lot of people is opening Amazing Defenders, so that's gonna make it hard to get. So I got my place. I might want to rule a 9. This just another card to keep in mind. Same with this. I believe it might be getting support in the future, guys. So Renard is also a great reprint. With the ultra rare original print, it used to be super expensive, guys. Look at that dive after the reprint, but it used to be like a $25 card. So now you can get the reprint for under $1. Man, that's great. Is another card you want to have in your binder. You can just get a playset, leave it there, not many listings, and then you got to be ready. Then when that support comes out, you have your copies, the hype comes in, and you're ready to supply that hype. Another one is 1 for 1 from the same set. Again, a set that is not being opened a lot, so they're gonna bottom out but then start going up. You know, it got to even 60 cents, and now it's clearly on its way to $1, guys. A lot of listings, a lot of sellers, but again, that's now. No one wants the card. You know, the demand is lower. I think it's just one of, but you want to have your place. The same deal. You don't know when you're gonna have to play this, and most other printings that are holographic are hard to get, so you definitely, you know, want to have access to this card. Look, if we take a brief look here, we see the Advent Calendar, the Super Rare from 2010, and the Legendary Collection 5Ds. Those are hard to get. Now they've been going down, thankfully, if you wanted your copies because of the reprint. There's commons and rares and things of that nature, but now is where you want to have that holographic shiny version to have access to it, and then also to slap it in your binder as well. Same for Immortal Phoenix Gearfried, guys. Look at that. Great card, very, very cheap. $1 gets you a playset. No, hey, no excuse to not have a playset in your binder. Same deal. Used to have that expensive printing from Toon Chaos. Now it's gone back down. Of course, ultra rare, max rarity, but again, only 2 printings. This card is good. It's really good. Doesn't hurt to just have a playset. $1. Come on now. You know, that's what you pay for taxes on some services. So $1, that's cheap. You know, you can get yourself your playset. Dangers are a lot of value in dangers. You know what I mean? Tsuchinoko right here from Soul Fusion has gone down after the common reprint. Of course, you have that budget common reprint, but again, $10 for Tsuchinoko, not bad at all. First ed original print. Again, guys, of course, you know what I mean. Here you have the ultra rare common. If you need a budget version, not bad even to invest in, you know what I mean. Get a playset, not bad at all. But again, first set original print, secret rare. Man, that thing looks clean. Definitely a card to keep in mind. Then Lancia, guys. You know, look at that. Used to be an 80-cent card. Now a $2.50 card. 3x straight up due to meta relevancy, you know, against cash and other decks not being able to banish cards. Wow, great card. We went over the secret rare in one of our recent market watches, but now taking the time, ultra rare, man. If you don't have this card, get your copy. Under $10 for a playset, maybe even a 4th for the binder, so not bad at all. Definitely a card that you want to have. Of course, it has commons and other printings as always, but this is the mid-max rarity. Beautiful card. Definitely one that you want to have. And then the last card of the day, just Dimension Shifter. You know, look at that. It used to be, if you go to the yearly chart, $15-16. Definitely a card that we've covered in the past. Just wanted to highlight once again. Prismatic Secret Rare Hand Trap. Broken. Hits the graveyard directly. Can't get better than that. $3.68, guys. That's definitely a card that you want to have access to, and that you want to have a couple, if possible, you know, to actually trade. And so you have, again, ultra rares. They look clean as well, and then commons as well. So no excuse to not have access to this card, guys. So don't forget Twitter, guys. Appreciate it if you've made it this long into the video. Man, you guys are the MVP. And don't forget, guys, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Like the video. I would gladly appreciate it. And other than that, you guys just are amazing. Thank you for the support, for the likes, the subs, everything. And we're going to keep grinding out here. So again, thank you so much for your time, for your attention, and for your support. And I hope you guys have a good one.